Okay, now it's slightly cooler. Showing the capabilities of this all-new console, the Nintendo Wii. This was impressive back in the day. Look at how many units are on the battlefield in this cutscene. So neat. We're in Soren. Let's go over the plan one more time. Also, I find it very impressive how the birds were able to drop off the horses as well with the people on top of them. Instead of the other way around. Because I've never had my flying units be able to carry people with horses. Apparently these are the super strong birds. Yeah, I think I might know... I think I might see some things happening. Zelgius looks... and fights an awful lot like the old man in black armor, the Black Knight. I'm wondering if there might be a connection between the two of them, quite possibly being the same person. I could be wrong, but I mean, I guess it'd make a little sense. I feel like that's a plot twist they would write in, going, "Oh yes, it's been me all along," and us going, "Oh, okay, sure, maybe." I don't know.
Focused as they are, they realize that they can spare no time on outside concerns, including the current war in Benyon. However, King Peleus has a mysterious change of heart and orders Micaiah into the war on Benyon's side.
She could just say no, you know. That's totally an option. I don't want to fight. I'm not going to do it. We just had peace. Go away. She has all the power in this relationship. Yes, he may be crowned king. Yes, she may be a subject. She can say no. What are they going to do? Fight her? She has more power than the king right now. Just resist when you're given a stupid order.
The Daein army takes to the field and deals a heavy blow to the army of the Laguz alliance. This sudden aggression shocks the alliance like a light...
I will say, it was only 50 guys or so that we took down. Not a serious blow unless our armies are that wimpy. Usually you count your armies in the hundreds or thousands, so a small contingent was lost, is what I'll say.
Observing diplomatic protocol, Valtome petitions the Queen for passage, as well as supplies and additional troops. Queen Alincia, however, goes against the wishes of the Crimean nobles and resolutely denies each of Valtome's requests. Her reply enrages Valtome, who sees Crimea as little more than a vassal of the Empire. Ignoring Zelgius's counsel, Valtome orders his army to enter Crimea and take whatever they need from the villages along the way.
Well, that's no good. All you've done is called another person into war on the enemy's side. Are you... yeah, we have already established that he is an idiot, so I guess that makes sense. But man, how can no one stop him? He's not the one with the pointy sticks. There's one thing I don't understand. We know that the Apostle would never condone this. You know her character, you know how she operates. So why don't you, as Crimea, and then possibly Dan, basically everybody but Benyon, say the Senate has taken the Apostle prisoner, the Senate is doing horrible things to the people, and basically fight to try and free the Apostle. You can turn the Benyon people against the Senate, you can fight to free with all these new allies you have at your disposal. You can basically say Gallia knew the entire time and is trying to help Benyon. But no, we have to listen to the Senate. No, we have to listen to these stupid, incompetent people just because they have a fancy schmancy title, when all they're doing is sending our men to their deaths. People just need to put two thoughts together and recognize they're better off without these people leading them. Okay, we have... How many units do we have at our disposal? It looks like not as many as I would hope, but still enough to bring everybody that I care about. And Ranulf. Because Ranulf, my boy, I really don't care about you.
An ever-growing number of Benyon's citizens are willing to believe the senator's claim that the Apostle is an agent of evil trying to deceive them. So it is that the Central Army is divided. One camp believes in the Apostle, and the other supports the Senate. This new turmoil fans the flames of chaos into a mighty conflagration burning across Delius.
Tanaki had kept her house in order It would have just been violence in one city, but no, now we have to have a continent-spanning war, because she wasn't willing to do what's necessary. None of these characters are good people. All these deaths are on these leaders' heads. I think do away with all of them, and find a new batch. Ike seems to be the only one, out of all the leaders, with some common sense and capability. Receive your letter stating that the Senate had made scapegoats of the Herons for the previous apostle's assassination. Prime Minister Sephiroth and I decided to investigate the Senate and persecute them if needed, and the senators made their move. What did they do? They imprisoned me in a room in the medieval cathedral. They forged an arrest warrant for Sephiroth and jailed him. I admit there have been major rifts between myself and the senators in the past. However, I had no idea they would stoop to such deplorable acts. I should have known. This is all... They literally assassinated the former apostle. What made you think they wouldn't do exactly the same to you? Alright, thank you for helping the apostle. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I would have refused if I had known I'd be commanding an entire army. So we didn't tell you beforehand. Better to ask forgiveness and permission, I guess. Please tell me, Your Majesty, what is a blood pact? I swear to you, I didn't know. I have no idea. I'm guessing that it's going to kill everybody in the land if he doesn't do what they say and do everything they say. It will end with his death, won't it? If you're that concerned about your people, maybe that's a way out. Because you idiotically have now doomed your entire country. I've made myself clear. No matter how much you struggle, you have no choice but to follow the orders given to you by the Empire. No matter how noble your motives, defiance against us will result in the death of your nation. One thing I will say, if this blood pact is so binding, why isn't it used everywhere? Every single underling in Crimea that could have caused a civil war, every single underling in the Senate that could have caused problem, every single underling under Dayan. Why don't all of them sign these blood pacts, binding their family to the orders of the king for eternity? That way, you can't have rebellions. Sounds like a very convenient plot device they just put here for absolutely no reason to make these stupid acts seem a bit more reasonable. It's just what I call lazy writing. That's true, Micaiah. That doesn't mean you could go to war again. You could leave Dayan. Without me, who would hold our forces together? Even the army would be the same as abandoning the people of Dayan. I won't do it. That's not the case. That's not the case. All you have to do is do what the Senate says. You don't have to follow them and do it perfectly. You just have to, quote-unquote, fight and do your best. If Micaiah leaves, it doesn't matter because they can still fight without her, just not competently. So less competent fighting means less people die, in theory. You're following Bunyan's orders, and good things are happening for the fate of the world. Because if the Senate dies, blood pact gone, issue solved. You just have to do... Again, I also give the suggestion, if the king goes away, blood pact disappears. So many ways to solve this issue that don't involve fighting the good guys. But Micaiah of Dayan, listen to me very carefully. Time to let South go. Not a chance. I'm offering you one choice. Surrender now or go home to Dayan and fight us and die. We can't. Can't retreat or negotiate. Regardless of what you believe, the only choice is that we have to fight. How, are you insane? Look around you. Every single person in your army will die. Do you care so little about them? Enough, everyone. Stand down. Apostle? Enough bloodshed for one day. That's enough. Please, no more. Again with the weak leaders. Are you kidding me? You have them right where you want them. Yes, there's going to be a little bit more bloodshed, but it's going to be a war. It's a war. Girl Torneo, I'll ask you one last time. Talk some sense to that girl, alright? She's losing it. I won't pursue this time. However, we cannot avoid this war. That is all I will say for now. Sorry, Ek. Sorry for this. What's going on with you people? How about just a little whispered blood pact to him? How hard would that be? Tell him about a blood pact, and then let him go talk with his people, and make it very hush-hush, and figure things out that way. I mean, you can trust Ike. He's the only character that I actually like. You. How'd you get in here? How'd you find us? He's here. My apologies for the long wait. The Apostle safe? Fled to Crimea, and exposed the Senate's plot to the world. Currently, she leads the Apostle's army through Dayan and is preparing to storm the Empire. I see. Very well. It's time for us to make our move. As you wish, my master. Has he been the bad guy this whole time? Oh, I like that reveal. That's a fun reveal. Okay. I hope that's the case, because if so, I'm very excited. They can take down a castle, but yet they can't take down basic enemies. So stupid. So stupid. I remember how useless the dragons were. I don't forget. The last piece of information we received from Bastion said he sent the word saying that something more important had come up in regards to Crimea. Missing ever since. I haven't heard a single word from him. If only in his message he also included what he was investigating. Oh my goodness, something more important is afoot? Here's information regarding it instead of just leaving it open-ended when you disappear. How idiotic are you? I guess if you're trying to keep the message from being intercepted, then just use some sort of code. Not hard. Oh! Don't know how hard you snooze tonight for that giant thunder strike not to wake you up. I mean, just the sound of it should have, if not the pain. Must be a real deep sleeper.
What is it? You think it will rain?
No, not rain.
We're all gonna die in a rain of holy fire, I think. I was right. Unfortunately for my troops, I was right.
What happened? There's statues.
Oh, they're not dead. They're just statues. Means it might be reversible. If nothing else, a lot of nice lawn ornaments going forward. Get them on the cheap, too. There's plenty of them. Have something for me, then? Indeed I do. Look at this. Thundertome, the most powerful of its kind. How do you get it? Trade secret. It's the best thing I could ever acquire for sale. That's a fact. Why aren't you asking for it? You want it? Yes, Yuna told me the goddess Ashira would do everything in her power to stop us. No idea what to expect, but I'm certain the battle ahead won't be easy. I have to prepare for anything. You know what? You'd have it for free. What? But why? Not like I have any other customers. Everything else is turned to stone. Listen, Micaiah. Still have hope. We have your goddess and an army of heroes on our side. I believe in you. All of you. The world right again, I'm sure of it. Except just this one tome. Everything else I'm going to still sell for you at the proper cost. Because that's how game balance works. And I have to break the fourth wall to tell the player that. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free to follow links down below if you want to see some of my content, and I will see you all next time.